welcome back to the Ava Avenue. It's your girl Ava here. If you're not a part of this fan band, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time your girl uploads a new video. And show this video some love with a thumbs up.
How old are you?
94.
What does it feel like to be 94?
I don't know because I have a hard time realizing that I am that old. What is age? To me, it isn't anything. You just live another year.
Well, you've been able to reach an age that most people don't reach, right? 94 is way above the average age. What have you done in your life that you think has gotten you to this point?
I've worked my whole damn life. And I've done jobs I like. Always what I like doing. I think that that's the reason that you live longer. I think that it's wrong to retire, as in everybody says now, oh, well, when I retire, what are you going to do when you retire? Are you going to just do nothing? If you're going to do nothing and become a vegetable of watching TV and reading and that's all, then you're not going to live to be long. You're not going to live to be 90 or 100.
What's a big mistake that you made or a big regret you learned a valuable lesson from?
At their word and believing in them. Sometimes you shouldn't do that. There are some days when I think, do you not learn anything quick? But then I think, oh well, it'll work out.
Are you married?
I was 75 or 76 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
I was 19 when I got married, and I was about 24 when I got divorced. And I had one daughter, and my daughter got married and had 4 grandchildren, and they have been phenomenal. They are the best thing that ever happened to me. That's the only way to have children is grandchildren. You know?
Yeah.
You can spoil them and give them back. And I love them. My youngest grandson is 50.
Do you believe in marriage still? Get married?
Oh, yes. I believe in marriage. And I certainly believe in grandchildren.
You're 94, so I'm assuming you were born in 1930.
That's right.
What was the world like back then? Most people who are listening or watching have no clue. We just read.
It was great. You went to school, you walked, there were no buses. You went home for lunches, you came back to school. You could go anywhere in town and never have to worry about a thing. We were kids and we could go wherever we wanted and our parents didn't worry about us. Nowadays, it's dangerous. I think that the world has changed. People have changed. Some not so good. We should have the freedom that we had before. We should be able to feel comfortable, to go downtown at night, to walk around in the evening if you wanted to go anywhere that you wanted to go. There are changes, and you have to be careful.
There's so many big events that have happened that shifted the world. What is an event that, in your opinion, really changed the outlook?
When I was young, World War II was on, and I grew up in that. I was a teenager.
Do you remember the day that the Second World War ended? Is that the day that everyone knows?
Yes. On that day, I was working in the fish stocks in Prince Rupert, British Columbia, and the whistle started blowing, and we decided we would work to the end of the day, and that was it. I remember. But I don't think that it ever registered in my mind of what really the end meant. The war doesn't affect people that are in a different country like it did us. We had ration book. You couldn't buy jam. You couldn't buy sugar. You couldn't buy butter. You couldn't buy meat. It was all on the ration book.
So that went away, obviously, at the end of the war.
Yeah.
People always say, I think the world is a scary place right now. I'm not really sure where to, if it's a good place. I'm not sure if things are going to get better. Seems like we're going downhill. But you've lived through World War, Vietnam War, all these different crazy conflicts, and society always comes out and advances. So what's your advice to people who are kind of worrying about that?
I wouldn't worry about it. People have been at war forever. I mean, just check history and see. There have been wars always So there's going to still be wars always.
What is something that you think you spent too much time worrying about?
Well, I spent a lot of time worrying about the government, and then I decided that there wasn't any point in doing that because you can't do anything about it anyway. So it just meant that you're wasting your time. About 10 years ago, I just quit watching the news.
What'd you do instead?
I voted. I always voted. I made a point. That was my one right that you don't ever want to lose. And you want to be sure that you get out and vote.
What is a truth that you've learned about life that you wish more people understood?
Women can do anything that men can do, you know. We can work, we can do any job, and we should be equal. And I have always been equal.
But you must have seen a lot of progression, at least, in that regard.
Yeah,
it was
but
probably
not
different
as
when you were growing
much
up.
as I think there should be. It's not been easy, but hey, it's been fun.
Yeah. I love that. If you could go back in time to, let's say, your 25-year-old self, knowing everything you know today, you could give her one piece of advice. What would you say to her?
Oh, I can't even think what it would be. I wouldn't go back to being 25 for anybody's money, or 40, or even 50. I'm happy with the way life is now, and my life has been full of experiences and stories and things that I've done and places I've been, and I like it. I don't need to go back.
So I'm 25, just for reference. Okay. So I'm almost about 70 years younger than you. If I want to get to where you are today, I want to feel the way you feel, I want to live to the age that you're at. What is your advice or recipe or strategy for that?
Keep active. Do what you like if it's at all possible. The job that you are doing, if you like it, stay at it, work, but keep active. Keep involved.
You've seen a lot of inventions over the years. What is, in your opinion, your least favorite invention the world has brought in?
I can't believe how little children are when they're getting phones. I think that children miss out on a lot by not going outside and playing and making up games and playing with all the kids in the neighborhood.
What about adults?
I think that people put a lot of trust in the equipment that they've got. And I'm not opposed to all of the equipment, but I just think they're missing out on a lot. Well, with my group, when the ladies that I go for coffee with and that, don't take your phone. Like, don't be answering your phone when we're having coffee or when we're going out, or if you're going to a meeting, don't take your phone. When you get home, look at your phone and see who called.
There's something about how we live today that you could reverse a change that the world has made. What would that one be?
Nothing. You have to live with what you've got. Change is going to keep on. Oh my God, every day there's changes. I learned how to text in the last year.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty good at that.
Are you using the thumbs or are you using the index fingers?
I'm using a finger. I don't have to change. Like, I don't have to use that phone. I don't have to learn how to text. I've got a landline that I still use.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I probably won't live that much longer, so I don't have to, I can accept it to a point and then still feel the way I feel.
If someone wanted to live a better life, happier life, longer life, what would be that one lesson you'd share with them?
Be honest with yourself. That's it.
Thank you.
Wow. So I love the little nuggets that were thrown in there, especially live with what you've got. What I could admire about the previous generations is that it really seems like they really lived with the circumstances that they had. They didn't complain. They just made the best of it. And they just kept on going, kept on trucking along. And they had like a fighter mentality, a fighting spirit, and a spirit of preservation. a spirit of just always persevering no matter what. That's what I notice about generations of the past. And also, it's funny how she was saying that she would not go back to 25 or 40, even 50. She just, accepted that she's 94, and she is like, I'm here. This is the time period. This is the changes that have occurred, and I'm just gonna, live my life. I don't have to change, but why not learn, learn new things. And also, I can resonate about what she was saying about kids now. I've noticed that a lot of kids are really addicted to their phone, social media. In one aspect, they're really advanced with technology that comes with its good and its bad. But I feel like kids now are missing out. She said she was born in 1930, so she was like 10 in 1940 and grew up in the 30s, 40s, 50s. So using your imagination is really important. And she was creating planes or flying planes in the bushes, using her imagination, creating. So I agree with what she was saying about like kids now and not really going outside and exploring. And she was also saying that back in the day, they didn't have to worry. They could, walk to school, and now it's more dangerous. So that's, a change in the time period. But I noticed that she has a really like lively spirit, and her advice is to stay active. I know a lot of people are looking forward to retiring, and sometimes people die a few months or years after they retire. And I agree with the fact that she was saying, stay active and do things. Just don't sit at home and watch TV and read and just, I guess, shrivel up into a vegetable if you can avoid that. So you can tell that she's still spunky, she's full of life, and she has a group of friends that she goes to coffee with. And I also like that she was saying they don't take out their phones and they leave their phones at home. I would say, leave your phone in the car if you can, or put it on silent if you really need to take it with you. But that's a good lesson that we all can kind of learn, so that you can be in the moment with who you're in the moment with, who you're communicating with. If you go out for coffee, or you have a meeting, or talking to someone, a lot of times we take out our phone and we, text or scroll through social media. But I really like that she says that she's in the present when she's with someone. She doesn't, use her phone. And that's another way that you can connect with someone that has changed a little bit since technology. In a way, technology has connected us, like I'm speaking to you guys right now. But when you're in person with someone, I think it is good to kind of, stay off your phone a little bit. But the whole message that I got from this interview is that she stays active, she has a good attitude, and she accepts life for what it is and where she's at right now. So what did you guys think about this video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're not a part of the Fam Bam, hit that subscribe button and show this video some love with a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Later.